Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share what I put in my Disney park bag, or the backpack, or the bag that I bring when I go into the parks. And I think a lot of people who have never been to the parks, or maybe have been to different amusement park, or who have been to different theme parks and things like that, don't realize the importance of bringing a comfortable bag into the park. I know personally, I've been to a ton of other theme parks like Six Flags or Dollywood. Those are really the biggest ones that I've been to. But those parks, I'm not really big into bringing bags with me, because those big rides, you have to leave them in little cubbies or something where people are coming and going and getting on and off these rides. And I'm always scared somebody's going to take my bag. So I don't typically bring bags into theme parks very often. So I have learned throughout the years, not only is it really important to bring a bag, and a comfortable one that you're not a purse that is going to be like pulling your shoulder down all day, but a comfortable backpack or a sling bag or a crossbody bag, or something that's really comfortable to wear for several hours. Because usually I know most of us are there from rope drop, or from sun up to way past sundown, open to close, because we want to make the most of our day. And even a backpack, as comfortable as they can be, it's going to wear on you, but especially a bag that's really pulling on your shoulders and things like that. So number one, you want to pick a comfortable bag. But I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you some of my essentials that I carry with me. So I have brought a variety of backpacks. As long as they're a comfortable backpack, it doesn't really matter what they are. Right now I'm using a Michael Kors backpack, and on the front of it, I'll show you guys, there's some little mini pin, or some little Disney pins that I liked to decorate it, because it's kind of just a plain backpack. So you can just choose whatever bag you want, as long as it's functional. That is the most important thing. So I'm just going to jump right in. One of the most important things is wipes. Any kind of wipes. Baby wipes. I have these Kleenex wipes that are moistened that are really great. Wet wipes, like those wet ones that are antibacterial. Those are great, and they're kind of multi-purpose because they're also antibacterial, so you can wipe down the tables or things like that. So Clorox wipes, things like that. But any kind of wipes, especially that you can use on your kids or on your face and on your hands. Because when they're out there eating that popcorn or those Mickey ice cream bars that are covered in chocolate, and you're standing out in the Florida heat watching a parade and eating a Mickey chocolate ice cream bar, and your kid has more on their hands and mouth and shirt than they do in their stomachs, you need a wipe. So instead of having to leave the parade to go scramble and get some wet paper towels from a local restaurant, you have the wet wipes in your purse, and you clean everybody up and you go throw them away. All right, hand sanitizer is so important. I have mine attached to the top of my bag, so it's easily accessed with the little Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer holders. They have the Purell kind, they have Disney kind, they have all kinds. It doesn't matter what kind of hand sanitizer, but probably if that was the only thing you're going to have in there, that's probably what I would recommend having, because you and your kids are touching everything, just like millions of other people are touching everything. And the last thing you want is all those germs to ruin the rest of your vacation. So another thing some people use is, some people have deodorant in their bags. I usually don't bring deodorant. I don't typically have a problem, because I don't think I have a problem with that because of the time of the year we typically go, which is late January, and it can always be hot in late January. It just has been pretty cool when we've gone. But if I was going in the heat of summer, or pretty much any other time of the year, I think I would throw a deodorant in there, because it never hurts to go pop in the bathroom and freshen up a little bit, especially in that Florida heat. Another thing that is similar to deodorant, so you're going to see in this clip that I'm showing, is called Body Glide, and I'll link below to the Amazon link that I got this at. So this is especially for those hot days when you are just rubbing together in all the wrong places, and you don't want to get chafed, because that's never any fun for anybody. And I don't care if you are stick thin or if you are 1,000 pounds. I don't care who you are, you're gonna get chafed, and you're gonna be rubbing together, because you're gonna be doing more walking than you do probably all year long. So I would recommend popping those in those special chafing areas, and it's super cheap. Like I said, I'll link it down below. I have a special, you know, you need unless you load everything to your Magic Band, like your credit and debit cards onto your Magic Band to pay, then which I don't, you can do that, but I don't take that chance just in case something were to go wrong. I still want to have money at the park. So I have a little wallet that I'll just throw maybe my license in just in case you want to partake in an adult beverage through at the parks. Or I'll pop in just my one card that I want to use throughout the day. And of course I had to get a cute little Mickey wallet just because it was cute. All right, another thing a lot of people don't realize is at Disney parks, you can bring food, you can bring water, you can bring drinks, and by all means do that. Bring your lunch, bring whatever you want to save money. We don't usually bring things like lunches and things like that, but we do bring snacks and we do bring water bottles. So you have options. You can bring several disposable water bottles, just like, you know, Dasani or whatever plastic water bottles that you want to bring. Or you can bring refillable water bottles because there are spots throughout Disney that give free water and you can go refill those. But either way, you are going to need to drink water all day long or you're going to be way dehydrated and super sick. So you've got to have those water bottles in there because if not, you're going to be spending, I don't know how much, but way too much on water bottles at the park. So bring your own cheap ones. And the next thing I mentioned was snacks. So I will bring little prepackaged snacks like goldfish or little crackers. I don't know what we throw in there. It's different every time, but prepackaged snacks, or I'll just package us up some snacks in Ziploc bags. And we also eat snacks at the park, but in between those times where we're standing in line and we're bored and we're still hungry because, you know, you're in between meals, pop out those snacks to keep your kids entertained. Or just, you know, if you're hungry but you really wanted to get that quick ride in before lunch, grab a snack while you're waiting in line. So another thing I will do is I pack a little first aid kit. So little Neosporin thing in there. We've got the wet wipes. We'll have Band-Aids, but also a little pack of some Advil or Tylenol. Or for my girls, I need to find a travel size of this, but I've actually got a full size Motrin in my bag, which is kind of heavy. I need to find a smaller one, but you're gonna get really tired and you may get a headache or something, or just body aches because you're walking so much. So it never hurts to have something there for a headache that you'll have with you in your bag. And something that kind of goes similar to that, having stuff for a headache, is some chapstick or like what your favorite lip gloss or something for those dehydrated lips. Something with SPF in it is probably best, but just to pop on. So something that I don't have, I cannot find my little charger, but so I don't have it, I can't show you, but one of those portable cell phone chargers, because you can actually buy these at Disney, but I think they're $30 for just like a one-time charge for your phone. I can't remember exactly how much they are. I've never bought them there, but I know you can buy those. So if you just forget yours at home, you can buy one, because I know you're using your phone a lot. Usually that's your camera at the park. So you're whipping them out, you're taking videos of your kids with the characters and pictures with the kids. And before you know it, a few hours in and your battery's about to die, and you don't want that. You know, if you split up with your family, you want to have your cell phone. So a little portable chargeable battery pack is always important. One per cell phone that's already charged up and in your backpack. So we always bring our sunglasses. That's one of those things, preference if you want your sunglasses, but I usually have one pair of sunglasses for each of us just in case we need those. I personally have my vlog camera, which again, I'm not showing in this clip, but I'll bring my vlogging camera, and then I have a little pack of, which I will link this down. I'll link my vlogging camera down below. That way you can go look at that if you want to see which camera I use for my vlogs. But also I got, which I'll also link from Amazon, I got a little camera or not a camera. I got a little pack, just a cheap little pink little pack for my memory cards. That way I have extra memory cards just in case while I'm at the parks it gets full. I'll have an extra memory card. A huge thing, because as we all know, in Florida, it rains almost every day, and even if it's not all day long, usually that afternoon shower is going to roll in and then roll right back out. But a lot of people will buy the ponchos at the parks, and oh my gosh, they're so expensive there. So you can go to your Dollar Tree and they're $1 each, as everything is at the Dollar Tree. You can go and load up on ponchos before you go and just pack one per person. And then if they get soaked, instead of trying to fold them back up after that afternoon shower because you just spent $30 on it and you're not about to throw it away, if you spent $1 on it, and you know there's not going to be any more rain, it may not hurt to just wad it up and throw it away, and then you can go get another one for the next day. So depending on the weather, I hate to bring this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really depends. I'll try to check the weather. But again, as I've said, we usually go late January. Sometimes it can be really chilly in the morning and in the evening, but during the day it's hot. So I sometimes will bring us a light jacket, which I hate to bring this because I hate to carry them around, but sometimes you can fold them up and just roll them up and put them in the backpack. So that's something you want to just check the weather for. I have a little kit with some hair ties and bobby pins and hair clips, just little things that if you do get hot and you want to put your hair up, I would just have plenty of hair ties. So I like to include that. And I will of course have our character autograph books down in the backpack, and that way you can just store them in there in between meeting the characters. And one thing I want to point out, which I couldn't find these because we haven't been in a little while, but if you're going to the parks and you want to bring those autograph books for your kids, usually Sharpies work best for the characters to autograph your books. But instead of having the characters, especially Mickey and Minnie, which sometimes I have a hard time getting the lids off and on of Sharpies, have the click Sharpies, which I'll try to link those down below or put a little picture in here of what I mean by the click Sharpies. But those are the best for autographs because the characters can just click them off and click them on, sign your autograph books, click them off, and you can store them in your bag. And they're just the simplest as you're going through the park. So I really recommend getting those simple click type Sharpies. Another thing is to have a couple small Ziploc bags, like the sandwich or the quart size Ziploc bags, and then 1 or 2 large Ziploc bags. You never know if you're walking through the park, if you want to put your cell phone in there to keep it waterproof, or maybe you're using those wipes and you're not near a trash can, which there's tons of trash cans at Disney, but still, maybe you just need a little trash bag or something that you would need a Ziploc bag. They're easily folded up in your backpack. So I usually fold up a couple of those and we'll just stick some of those just in case. So another thing that sometimes I bring, sometimes I don't, because I don't really have young kids. My youngest is 6 and she's pretty patient in line. But if you have really young kids, I recommend going to the Dollar Tree and stocking up on some bubbles before you go, and those glow necklaces and things like that. Things that are all around the park for sale, the bubble wands and things that they're going to be wanting, and you can pull out and be the hero and be like, yeah, here's some bubbles, but they just cost you $1. And also when you're waiting for the parades to keep them occupied, blowing bubbles, or at night when you're waiting for the fireworks show and all the other kids are getting those glow things, and you can pop your little glow sticks and put the jewelry on your kids. And sometimes you can even find Disney character ones at the Dollar Tree. So you can pull out those bubbles and blow while you're waiting in line to keep them occupied, but that's something really great to have, especially for younger kids. And my last recommendation is sunscreen, because of course you're in the Florida heat, especially in the Florida sun, and you're going to not only need to apply sunscreen in the morning, but you're going to need to continuously apply it throughout the day. So don't forget the sunscreen, because there is nothing worse than being burnt for the remainder of your trip and you're miserable, and just bring the sunscreen. So depending on how large your family is, maybe sometimes my husband might bring a backpack and I'll bring a backpack. So that also lightens the load in the one backpack that you have, or you just take turns carrying the one backpack throughout the day. So that's just a couple little tips. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know, there are so many other things that you could include in these backpacks. Let me know down below some of the things that you have to bring in your backpack to the park. And I'm sure there are lots of things that I'm just not thinking of that could be so helpful. So please let me know down below some of the things that you find the most helpful bringing to the park. And I hope you will subscribe to see more of my Disney tips videos. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.